The difference between who and whom. The difference between these two words is who is a subject pronoun, whom is an object pronoun. To better understand this, let's see an example. We have this sentence, Jack loves Maria. Jack is the subject, the person who performs the action. And Maria is the object, the person who receives the action performed by the subject. So, when we want to ask about the subject, we use who. Who loves Maria? The answer is Jack, the subject. When we want to ask about the object, we use whom. Whom does Jack love? The answer is Maria, the object.
If you don't know the difference between AM and PM, well, this video is for you. The 12-hour clock divides the 24-hour day into two periods. AM stands for the Latin ante meridiem, which means before midday. This is the time before noon. And PM stands for post meridiem, which means after midday, the time after noon.
The difference between accept and accept. Accept. Accept means to agree to take something or to consider something as satisfactory, reasonable, or true.
It's difficult to accept this.
No, I accept your apology. It's all good.
Accept. Accept means excluding or apart from.
He didn't exist, except on paper.
The difference between than and then. Than. Than is used when we're talking about comparisons. For example,
Katie is taller than Maria.
Abby's smarter than you think he is. Abby's smarter than you think he is.
Then. Then is used when we're talking about something relating to time. For example,
we'll have to wait until then.
I could come back then. I could come back then.
The difference between home and house.
House. We use the noun house to refer to a building in which people live, usually the people belonging to one family.
You know, there is a house for sale just down the street. You know, there is a house for sale just down the street.
Home. Home is a place with that you are emotionally attached. A home can be any place, a house, a town, a village, a state, a country, and even a planet.
This is our home. This is our home.
It's or its. What's the difference between these two words and how we use each one of them? It's with apostrophe is a contraction of it is or it has.
For example,
It's raining outside. It's too hot. It's been a busy week.
It's, no apostrophe, is the possessive form of it.
For example,
the cat ate its food. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Fill in the blanks with it's or its.
Lord, it's a miracle!
We see its color.
the difference between lose and loose.
Lose can only be used as a verb. It describes when you come to be without something, or to suffer defeat or fail to win.
How did you lose the money?
Lose! I don't lose!
Loose is an adjective. If something is loose, means it's not firmly fixed where it should be, or able to become separated from something.
It's a little loose, but wow. It's a little loose, but wow.
The difference between work and job. Work. The word work refers to any activity, be it mental or physical.
What are you guys looking at? Go back to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They need work and I need help.
The word job refers to a specific activity that any person does to earn a living.
No, sir. I have a job of my own.
I wanted to apply for a job.
The difference between avoid and prevent.
Avoid. Avoid means is to stay away from something you do not like or want.
My advice would be to avoid a trial. My advice would be to avoid a trial.
Prevent. Prevent means to take an action that keeps someone from doing something or keeps something from happening.
I'm just trying to prevent a crime. I'm just trying to prevent a crime.
The difference between affect and effect. Affect. Affect is usually used as a verb, and it means to cause someone or something to change.
Your actions affect the entire family. Your actions affect the entire family.
Effect. Effect is usually used as a noun, and it refers to the result of an action, change, or event.
It certainly had that effect on me. It certainly had that effect on me.
The difference between anyway and anyway. Anyway, one word. It means regardless, or in spite of the circumstances. It's also used to transition between two unrelated topics.
Anyway, like I was saying, I had a lot of company.
Anyway, I have a little something for you.
Anyway, two words, is a combination of the determiner, any, and the noun, way. It's used to mean in any manner or by any means.
Must strike back in any way we can.
I will help you out in any way I can, so long as you walk the line.
The difference between into and into.
Into is a preposition that indicates movement or transformation from the outside to the inside of something.
Here are some examples from movies.
There's a door. Go into the room and hide in the closet. There's a door. Go into the room and hide in the closet.
And there's a great love story in there that could be made into a movie, I think. And there's a great love story in there that could be made into a movie, I think.
Into generally consists of the preposition in and the preposition to used separately. In shows position or location, while to indicates direction or intention.
I had to go in to get Steve. I had to go in to get Steve.
The difference between remember and remind. Remember. Remember is when you think of a memory, a past experience.
Sue, do you remember anything about your stay at the hospital?
Remember also means the opposite of forget. You can use remember to talk about keeping something in your mind.
And remember to say sir to him.
Remind. Remind is when a person or thing makes you think about something.
Yeah, you remind me of my son.
Ow, Kate! Remind me to never do that again.
The difference between alone and lonely. Alone. Alone simply means no other person is with you.
I was alone in the room. I was alone in the room.
Lonely means that no other person is with you and that you are sad and unhappy as a result.
You're lonely, I think. I am lonely. You're lonely, I think. I am lonely.
The difference between look at and watch. Look at. When you look at something, you direct your eyes towards it.
Hi, Mum. Look at that little rabbit. Hi, Mum. Look at that little rabbit.
Look at that. Look at that.
Watch. When you watch something, you pay attention to it using your eyes because you are interested in what it is doing or in what may happen.
I am watching you. I am watching you.
Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to watch a movie?
If you did understand the difference between look at and watch, try to write in comments 2 sentences, one with look at and the other with watch. The difference between much and many.
Much means a large amount of, or a lot in quantity.
Let's see some examples from movies.
How much money you got there? How much money you got there?
How much time do we have left? How much time do we have left?
Many means a large number of, or a lot in number.
Some examples from movies.
How many times have you seen Chris? How many times have you seen Chris?
Too many people are dying because of me. Too many people are dying because of me.
The difference between raise and rise. Let's begin with the verb raise. Raise is a regular verb, so raised is the past and past participle. Raise means to move to a higher position or level, or to increase the amount, level, or strength of something. Note that this verb needs a direct object.
Why didn't you raise your hand?
If you raise your voice, I'll hang up.
And the officials have raised the bar now to 1.6 meters.
Now let's look at the verb rise. It's an irregular verb, so rose is the past and risen is the past participle. If something rises, it goes up by itself. This verb doesn't need a direct object.
When the sun rises, we are afraid it might not remain.
The water rose a foot in the last 20 minutes.
Crime rate in town had risen.
The difference between problem and trouble. Problem is a countable noun. Problem is a thing or situation that is difficult to deal with or to understand.
So if there's a problem, you must be that problem.
Big problems can be such big fun.
Trouble is an uncountable noun. Trouble is anything that causes difficulty, worry, and inconvenience, or that prevents you from doing something.
He's in big trouble.
I'm in a lot of trouble now because of you.
The difference between special, specially, and especially.
Special. Special means different from what is normal or usual, better or more important than others.
Today is a special day for me.
Specially. Specially means in a particular way or for a particular purpose.
He's come to Amherst specially to see you.
Especially. Especially means particularly or above all.
Don't say anything, especially you.
The difference between still and yet. Still. The word still refers to an action or an event that started in the past time and is continuing in the present time.
But like I said, I still have some questions for you.
Yet. The word yet refers to an action or an event that hasn't happened, but is expected to happen.
Stephen, we haven't finished dinner yet.
The difference between empathy and sympathy.
Sympathy. A feeling or expression of understanding and caring for someone else who is suffering or has problems that have caused unhappiness.
Have sympathy for the man he's become. Don't forget about the man he was. Have sympathy for the man he's become. Don't forget about the man he was.
Empathy. It means the ability to share someone else's feelings or experiences by imagining what it would be like to be in that person's situation.
She displays true empathy for people, all kinds of people. She displays true empathy for people, all kinds of people.